Today, I'll show you how to start an activewear or gymwear business as a complete beginner in 2026. However, I don't want this video to be one of those videos that give you a bunch of theories, leaving you with more questions, because that's how you end up watching over 10 videos on the subject, but you still haven't started your business. So instead, I'll be showing you how to do it with this activewear business kit. Here is a little disclaimer about the business kit. Without wasting your time, let's get into the video. The first thing you need to do when you decide to start this business is know who you want as your customer, and from there, generate your business idea. I know you've probably heard this a million times and you're tempted to roll your eyes, but I'm here to explain. The moment you figure out your ideal customer, aka who you want to sell to, the more aligned your new business will be, and you'll see why. First of all, your ideal customer will show you who your real competitions are. You may be thinking that a random activewear brand is your competition, but the brands that have your ideal customers' attention and their wallets are who you really need to be looking out for. Next, your ideal customer determines the style of activewear you will sell. They also determine the type of business model you will run. Let me give you an example. So we had a client whom I shall be calling Sisi. She wanted to start the same business. Initially, she wanted to buy ready-to-ship gymwears in wholesale. Those are stocks that the supplier has already produced and stored in their warehouse. So they may or may not market them on their website for wholesalers to buy. Anyways, we started working on her ideal customer and the type of pieces they already wear, why they prefer certain brands, and if those styles can be duplicated or easily found in any supplier's warehouse. Long story short, the gymwears that the brand sold were all custom made. The materials were different, which made her ideal audience like them in the first place. The styles were not so rampant, another unique selling point of her competitors. So naturally, it made sense for Sisi to go down the route of finding custom suppliers that could produce the exact style of gymwears that she was going to sell. Lastly, your ideal customer determines your business idea. So let's assume that your ideal customer is somebody within a specific age grade, or let's say income bracket or purchasing power, and so on. It would make sense that you make your entire business focused on that particular customer and what she already likes, because that's the only way she will notice you and buy from you. Not all business ideas are profitable. If you won't be able to scale the business, it will cost you more. So to make sure your new business idea is profitable, it needs to focus on a specific target audience and what interests them. The business kit I showed you earlier has something that I personally love. It has this business ideas ebook. Inside, you'll find very niched business ideas within the activewear industry that we have researched to be very profitable. For example, let's look at this business idea. The idea is called Couple Inspired Collection. For the audience, it says couples with the same workout routine. Let's dissect that. Right off the bat, you can tell that this business idea is exclusively for couples that work out together. So if you were implementing the idea, would it be smart for you to do any other marketing or use influencers that are not in a couple, or worse, influencers that do not have the same workout routine? Obviously it's not. So do you see it? Now let's move on to the real deal, how to sell to this audience. For that, it says sell the couple set in bundles according to the days of the week. For branding, you could embroider the name of the day on a section of the clothes in tiny print. Okay, before we dissect that, let me just point out that the blurred parts on the screen are other business ideas that this particular audience would be interested in. So from this implementation, I can tell you that your ideal audience are probably couples that go to the gym every day. In case it wasn't obvious, the business idea is for people interested in going into custom line activewear business model, not people that are buying in wholesale. You're not going to sell a single piece of the wares. You're going to be selling a bundle that contains different gymwear sets for the days of the week, and it has to be in couple pairs. If you're a regular at the gym, you know that couples like to do the most. So imagine launching this type of business that fuels their quote-unquote doing the most. Not only would it be profitable, it is very, very scalable. So depending on how you're able to market this idea, you have an activewear brand that actually stands out. There are many more business ideas in the ebook with audiences for them and how you can sell to them that will make them want to buy from you. Since you have an idea of your ideal customer, you need to decide if you want to create your own custom activewear line with your logo and branding so that it's your brand that you're selling, or you buy brandless activewear pieces in bulk and resell them to your customers. Either of the two business models are profitable and scalable, but you will need to decide to help you know how much capital you need to start the business. Starting a custom line brand costs more than if you're just buying the wares in wholesale bulk. So yes, you need to decide to help you budget how much capital is going into the activewears alone, not the other parts of your business. Let's look at some of the activewear or gymwear manufacturers we have in this kit. I might go over one or two. I don't want this video to be too long, so yeah. Also, I'm going to be choosing at random. This manufacturer is a company that offers both custom and ready to ship or wholesale services. This is what they can do in terms of sewing and making the gymwears. If you are a client, I would advise you to take your time and go through these and understand what they mean before you think of reaching out to the supplier. Here, we can see some of the fabrics collection. I would also advise you to learn about these fabrics and check out what your ideal customers' favorite brands also sell. Okay, custom color, etc. These are standard requirements. Every serious manufacturer should show you this. Now let's look at their products category. Okay, I'm loving these. And knowing that you have so many options with this manufacturer is one of the reasons we selected them. I could go through each of these, but I wouldn't, at least not in this video. So let me tell you some of the things that your brand stands to gain from working with the manufacturer. Firstly, you have thousands of activewears to choose from if you want to buy ready to ship products. And if you're going down the custom line route, you can send your designs over and they will make it according to your requirements. They work very well with small businesses. This is the part that you like, because one of the problems that our clients used to face when looking for manufacturers is finding a manufacturer, but then the manufacturer will refuse to work with them because they are not ordering tens and hundreds of thousands of the activewear at once. We solely look for manufacturers that are happy to partner with you at this beginner stage. This particular supplier has satisfied a ton of rising activewear brands in Australia, Europe, and the United States, brands that we know of. And our clients all over the world that have used them are very, very satisfied. Which brings me to another thing you gain from using them. Because they have worked with and are still working with brands from different parts of the world, they are up to date on the style of gymwears that people actually like and buy. So you're not going to be getting outdated styles of gymwear or activewear if you decide to buy their ready to ship pieces. Inside the kit, you get their full contact details as well as details of other manufacturers. And we do that so that you have options of manufacturers to choose from. The kind of information you get on each of them are their government registered business name, their physical address. This one is for people who want to go to visit their company in person. You know where it is located. You also get their website address, the one I'm just showing you, their email for the ones that have those, and their socials. For that, you're going to get their Skype ID or WhatsApp. After getting the contact details of these vetted manufacturers, you need to know how to work with them, which is the next step in starting your gymwear business. Whether you want to admit it or not, manufacturers do business differently with everybody. No two persons' experience are the same. And if that's the case, you want to make sure you know what you're doing at all times so that the manufacturers will see you as a brand that they want a long-term partnership with. Mind you, I never said go and become a people pleaser or a supplier's pleaser. If you're a client and you've gotten the business kit, this is the part where you get to use this business guide. From chapter 1, you learn the fundamentals of working with Chinese manufacturers. In chapter 2, you learn how to professionally communicate with them. So questions you should be asking them, the right and wrong methods of reaching out, and so on. In chapter 3, you learn how to professionally negotiate with the manufacturers. And in this chapter, you also learn how to create leverage for your business as well as negotiation tips to help you close deals in your favor. In chapter 4, you learn how to negotiate a manufacturer's MOQ, and if you don't know what that means, it is the minimum number of products that a manufacturer expects you to buy from them for them to consider doing business with you. If you want to learn why MOQs exist, why manufacturers add it to their product, how to get them to be less strict about it when it comes to you, this chapter answers all of that. In chapter 5, you learn how to pay the manufacturer safely and securely and what to do to get a refund. In the last chapter, you learn how to ship your order. As you can see, the business guide covers everything that you need to know to do business with a manufacturer. Let's move on to the marketing and branding requirements of your business. For branding, the kit contains some custom packaging suppliers. Yes, you'll get the same full contact information about them as the activewear manufacturers I spoke about earlier. We added this to the kit because we assume that you may want your brand's packaging to stand out and make your ideal customer associate your brand how you want them to. So if that's the case, you need to invest in your packaging. If you want to seem like a premium brand, go for that. The point is, your business goes beyond the activewears and packaging helps with perception. Luckily, the packaging suppliers in the kit are the best at it. I have shown you how to use the business kit. Now let's talk briefly about how you can market your business. There is organic marketing and paid marketing. Both of them can get your business customers from month 1 of launching if you know what you're doing. However, paid advertising is better than organic advertising in my opinion because you can find the exact person that needs your activewear brand based on their interests and activities on social media. Whereas with organic marketing, you need to consistently curate content and hope that the more you do it, one of your videos or posts pops off and goes viral. So yeah, invest in learning how to run ads, social media ads, Google ads, and so on. Learn how to work with influencers. If you can hire an in-house influencer for your business, do so. Let them become the face customers see when they visit your page. Come up with marketing strategies for your pre and post launch and for the first 3 months after you've launched. Focus on building visibility, but don't dwell too much on going viral. If you can't figure out any of these things, don't beat yourself up. You can reach out to us and become our private client. One of the perks of being our private client is that we partner with agencies and social media managers that know what they're doing. So you get all of their contacts as our private clients and then lifetime access to us. If that's something you want, reach out to us here or with the information in the description box. That will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. The Activewear business kit I kept talking about, I'll leave the link to it in our description box. If you want it, purchase it from our website. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or reach out to us through any of our socials in the description box. See you in the next video.